Hello everyone. I know I have been on a little bit of a break. If you haven't ever watched my YouTube channel, hi. Uh, I'm just gonna start sketching because I just set up my camera and I want to just start. So I might talk or I might not talk. So just want to sketch. It is nice and relaxing to just use a pencil and paper. Also, with my sketchbooks, it's very messy. Um, I will like draw a little circle on a page, and if I don't like it, I'll go to the next page. So I feel like my sketchbooks are like I guess more like throwaway for me, and because canvases can be really scary for me to use because I always feel like, what if I mess up? But pencil and paper, I feel like it's okay. It would be cool if I taught. I mean, I know people learn from my art videos, but just like imagining that for real in my brain is like cool. Yeah. Also, recently, I have been wanting to learn. It's not recent because, like in the past, I had wished I could learn it. I really want to learn how to speak with a transatlantic accent, but I feel like I haven't found any good tutorials online on YouTube. And yeah, I thought it would be fun to try that. I just always love that accent. It's very much like old Hollywood TV or movies, and the way that it even became something was I think his name was something Clark. I don't know, some famous actor who was from England, and he had a English and then mixed with an American accent. So, oh, Clark Gable, I think he was like huge. So everyone else was like, oh, I gotta talk like that famous dude. And then it became like this little Hollywood language thingy. Yeah. I just watch videos about random stuff, and it's very interesting to me. Oh, okay. Speaking of interesting things, I'm literally going to be rambling about YouTube videos that I've seen recently that were interesting. So, there was this like found footage of, I think, England, London in the 1900s, like 1910, 1900s, some like that year. And they hadn't found the film, like, after like 30, they thought the okay, end of the story was they thought that the film was lost, but they found it. And on this YouTube video, they were just talking about how cinemas first started. It wasn't that people wanted to go watch a movie. They would have people who had like film businesses, they would film crowds of people, and then they would charge the people if they want to see themselves on the screen, on the projector, you know, and that's what people pay to see. Like, sometimes I want to say a story, but I struggle with it. But I hope that made sense. I just found that so interesting, like how it was such a big thing to like see yourself on a screen, on a moving picture. I guess it's also like the same way people want to have portraits painted of them, you know, drawings. And it's like, I'm an artist, but like, I love, like, I still like when, like, other artists draw me. Like my niece, I really want her to draw me. She is like probably 7 or 8, and she's like, I just love her art, so hopefully she can make a portrait of me. Yeah. And the YouTube video is kind of going okay. Not too nervous. My hand is cold though. But I'm enjoying this. Like, literally, I'm just like following shapes, just like filling it in like a coloring book. That's what I would always say my art is, like, just filling in shapes. And I think because growing up in school, there was a lot of times where we would just listen to some cassette tape, and like it would have stories and music on it, and that would be our drawing time. So all we did during drawing time was fill in coloring pages, you know, not good ones at all, like not ones that are for kids. So that was what we would do, and I just loved it because it was quiet and I love to color. But we didn't have art class, but that was like coloring time. And then I think that all I'm trying to say is I think that the way my style, or just the way I'm comfortable doing art, is very much filling in things, because that was a huge part of how I started with my art. Yeah. And like when I was younger, I wasn't like this, like my niece right now, she is very good at art already. Like, she's self-taught. And the same thing with me, but when I was that age, when I was younger, my art wasn't very good. And yeah, I think once I, like, I feel like as school went on, I got a little better, because I would bring notebooks to class and I would sketch all the time. And yeah, literally, that's all I did was draw during class. I was just always extremely, extremely, extremely bored. So it was just like the only like fun thing for me to do. And also there was no like fidget toys, you know, like now. Like when I was younger, if I had a fidget spinner or any sort of like fidget, that would have been nice. When I was in high school, I would use like silly putty and I would color on it with a pen, and then it would get everywhere. But that was like the way I kept my mind occupied. Hello, anyone who's still watching. Yeah. Also, I realized, like, I mean, for me personally, when it comes down to watching artists and them like just ranting and talking, I don't usually like focus on what they're drawing. It's more about like having someone talking about art or doing art at the same time as you're doing art. It's fun, I guess. Yeah. Okay. I feel bad for like new people who join these YouTube videos because I'm just like, I get anxious. I'm not that you can tell I'm anxious, but I'm just like, what if I'm saying things and people are like, judging? That's really it. I've been trying. Okay, back to drawing. I have been trying to like come to terms with the word judgment and what it means and judging people and stuff. So that has been interesting. But I didn't learn enough yet. I like to like look things up. Like especially on Wikipedia. I know that a lot of people say Wikipedia is not a good source. I mean, I still like it. I don't know. It's always just so neat. Like neat as in organized. Unless there's like a better type of place to look up stuff. Also, side note, I am in my siblings' room. They don't know. They're at work right now, so I'm gonna put all their stuff back and they won't know I was in here because they probably would be annoyed that I'm using their desk. And they have a DS and I really want it. The problem is there's only boring games and I don't know, I want to really get some DS game. I don't even know what it is. It's something. I'm sorry, that was a little ramble. Also, I don't want to edit anything, so I'm always like nervous that what if I say something that I regret saying, you know? Yeah. So today I fed some birds. I'm trying to think of what animals I saw today when I was walking. I saw an ambulance with like 6 cops, and anytime there's people outside, I get anxious. Like, I don't want to have to say hello or make eye contact. But it's very different because in New York, like in Manhattan, I'll be fine because I'm just like in a different mode of humaning. That's not a word, but like I'm in a different mode of like New York is busy, busy, busy. You walk, you just go, you know, everyone's in their own world. But like where I live in Ohio, like if I'm walking down the sidewalk and I see someone up the sidewalk, I'm crossing the street. I just like me, and I'm working on, yeah, my social anxiety. Yes. But if it also depends, like it is a lot about like I'm anxious around men, but that makes sense. Yeah. Also, like, I don't know if you find any of this stuff interesting. Also, you know, also, there. Sorry. Okay. Also, the reason I was like, oh, I'll do a YouTube video was someone left a comment, like, I think 2 days ago, and they said, they were like, oh, I love how you're not like being fake, like not that being fake, but I feel like a lot of YouTubers do the voice and do like almost like it's corporation. So I thought it was nice that they thought I was being real, and I hope I'm always being real. I mean, if I was being totally real, I would talk a lot more monotone because like it's easier for me. Also, I feel like yeah, I know I'm just like literally ranting right now. Not that it's bad to rant, but I don't want to just like embarrass myself, I think. Yeah, I've just been learning a lot about myself and taking this break and trying to watch videos and um, about mental health and trying to practice it, like thinking kindness thoughts about myself and not being so mean to myself, and learning why those things happen. And also, I have been trying to do yoga, and I always love being outside with the animals, so I try to go outside every day and hang out with the trees or whatever nature I could find. I love moss. Yeah. Also, I'm embarrassed to post this. I wish I didn't have to be embarrassed. Also, I got a new sweater and it's super soft. I'm very picky about like the fabric of clothes because it hurts my skin. So this one is super soft and it was cheap because it has a hole in the arm. But I was like, I don't care. It's just a hole. And people buy clothes with holes in them for fashion. You know? We're going with thick eyebrows today. Also, I just love like how the pencil, I can just be more myself with my hand. Like I can be angry. I could be like anger of like just doing it like that, and then there's like softness and gentle, which I really like. Yeah. Also, I should probably move up my sleeve. Also, I do like to draw like scary art sometimes. Like, but I don't know. I just don't want to scare people. Like, what I mean by scary is like if you've ever um if you've ever read Coraline, the sketches in that book, that's what the type of like scary I like to do. Like unsettling, but not very scary. I would recommend if you like the movie Coraline, you should check out the book. I used to always go to the library and read it. I mean, I would, like, for the longest time, I would only go to, like, the children's section in the library. Also, I didn't know how to pick out books. But I know I always loved, even though I had a really hard time understanding, like, I didn't know what the words meant, because, like, I would read words and I just wouldn't understand what they meant. And I would read a lot of like what's it called? Sci-fi for sure, which I loved, even though I didn't know what was going on sometimes. I feel like if I reread it now, I would understand the story better. Yeah, like a lot of my like childhood was me just like saying I know what's going on, but I don't. I'm kind of like improving. I don't know if that, yeah, I'm just like delving too much into my brain. Guys, pretend you never heard any of that, and yeah, okay. Back to drawing. Also, I love pencil. It's fun. And I have these. If you haven't seen what they are, they're just rolled up paper very tightly. And you could make one yourself. It might not work the best. Like when I was in high school, I used to make them because I didn't have one. But it's just like fun to blend things. Like I go in little circles and blend. I don't know if I'm totally using it right, but, and then this is the bigger one. This one also might be annoying noise, so you might want to mute your video or whatever your sound. Also, if you guys want to comment down below stuff, you can. Just because I want to hear from you guys. Like, I don't know what. Like, what do you guys comment on other YouTube channels? Like, what's the comment sort of thing? Also, I am shaking because it is cold in here. So just letting you know. I just don't want to turn on the heat because then it's going to make noise, and I'd rather it be quiet right now because it's super, super quiet. It's so nice. I'm thinking if I should go get my eraser because I'm starting to go into overwork mode, and then I just need to relax a bit. Okay, I need to get, oh, I have an eraser. Okay. I just want to make this side of their face wider. Also, I hope, like a lot of times recently I've been doing art or making an art video and then I end up overworking it, and I want to just like be able to relax and not have so much pressure. And I know a lot of this stuff is just in my brain, but when it becomes like habitual, it is hard to not have it on repeat. Also, when I started this drawing, also sometimes I take the eraser and I just rub it on my hand because it just gets so dirty, and then this way it's easier. I wasn't planning on blending this whole thing, but literally this is just as it goes. I'm not really, I don't have a plan. All I wanted to do was draw a face. That's it. Now I'm just going to focus a bit more, so I might not really talk. Okay.